Hey everyone, how you doing? I wanted to show a quick video on how to use Camtasia to record things on your desktop and then talk as well. It's gonna be interesting. I'm recording this using GoToMeeting while recording, showing how to use Camtasia. So we'll see how this actually works. I'm gonna open up the Camtasia file here. So Camtasia 2, I believe you guys all have access to that. And Camtasia, it is a pretty professional recording software, but there's some easy things you can do to really just get yourselves set up for using it. So I've got it loaded up here. I'm on my blank canvas. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this right now. And I have this little icon up here that allows me to just say start recording, stop recording. So I'm going to click start recording. And you have some options right in here. First of all, you want to make sure your microphone is on and that it's registering your voice talking. So there's working with my voice there. You can record your camera or not. Right now mine is off. Right now it's on. So you can choose to have it on or off. I typically leave mine off because they're not learning from me. They're just learning from my voice and what they're seeing on the screen. And you can do full screen or you can do parts of the screen. Generally, I just kind of keep mine full because I want them to see what I'm doing as I'm teaching some sort of PowerPoint or drawing. So once we have all that set, system audio is nice too. If you are wanting to play a video or if you are wanting to record something playing through your computer, so system audio, there's a little bit of work to get this set up, but it will then record like any YouTube video or any audio coming through nicely. So not only my microphone, it'll come through whatever's going to play through the computer. All right, I'm going to start recording. And it's going to give me a little countdown. It's showing me the screen. And so now we're recording two things at once. I'm just curious how this goes. It's red. So once it's recording my voice and what I'm saying. It's recording what I'm moving around on my mouse. I can use GoToMeeting as well. So I can pull up my pen and I'm teaching students. We can go through stuff there. A lot of times I like to pull up a PowerPoint. Anything you have on your screen, it'll record. So we can open up a Google Drive. Let's make a new drive. And let's jot stuff down. Of course, it's taking a while here because I'm doing a lot of stuff. Students will write your answers here. So there's my Google Doc that I'm working with. You can record anything that shows up on your desktop. Once you're done recording, come over here. Go ahead and stop recording. One nice thing is if you mess up, you can start over really easily, or you can pause it if something's going on. But we're going to stop our recording. Now we got some options here. This is where it looks a little overwhelming. But what we have basically is the audio and video file showing what we have. If you press play here, or if you press the space bar, it'll start just playing what's going on. And so even as I'm doing this, I can see my mouse moving. I can hear myself talking as well too. All these little waves down here are my audio, so you can see when I'm quiet and when I'm actually talking. But a couple things, so right now I have the file, it's done. And if I just want to record it and call it good, I can record it and call it good. The only thing other I'd want to do would be to share and export it to my desktop. And if I export, it's going to want to save test file. It's going to save it as an MP4 file, and I can determine where I want to save it, and then click export, and it'll save it. And it takes, depending on how long your file is, this one will take probably a couple minutes to export. If you do a half-hour recording, it might take 15 minutes to export. It takes a while to export it into video. There are ways where you can link it to your Google Drive. So if you want to export it straight to Google Drive, and there's ways to link it straight to YouTube. I found I like it a little bit better though, exporting it, having it on my computer, and then manually uploading it to YouTube or Google Drive. Sometimes they seem to get weird errors with Google Drive or YouTube going straight into it. So export it first on your desktop, and then you can upload it to YouTube. If you do want to do some editing, there's some basic things you can do that will really help emphasize it. And so I'll show you just briefly some of these menu items here. say I can scroll in and look a little bit finer. So this is a magnifying glass, it's my view. So I want to look a little bit closer at what I'm doing. And say originally I want to chop off the first part. That was me fumbling around, but I want to start recording right at this part of the video. If I right click, I can split at the playhead and it makes a little line. It kind of splits it in half. And once you have it split, then we can easily delete parts that we don't want. So I do this all the time where I come over, I usually cut off a part at the beginning I don't want, and then I usually come over here, right click, split at playhead there, and I cut off a part at the end I don't want. Sometimes I'll mess up right here and say, oh yeah, this was a really bad example, and so I don't want that in my recording, so I'm going to split it there and split it here. And then I can slide that all together there. So this is just dragging and dropping it together. So you can cut and dice and chop out parts that you don't want by right-clicking and using this. You have to right-click up here. Get off this. There we go. Anyways, if you want to add any text, so if you want to add any text or stuff to overlay over your video, you can drag it. And now in this part of the video, I have a place where I can come and add some words. And it's white, it doesn't look very good, but I'm going to make it look a little bit bigger. And over here is my icons where I can change, let's make it nice and blue. And so now when I play my video, it'll pop over there. Transitions, those are your fade ins or fade outs. Zoom in or zoom out. Slide in, audio fade out. I mostly use fade in and fade out. So like at the end of the video, like when I'm all done, I'll drag it and I'll say, let's do a fade out right there. And so you can see now at the end, it's going to completely fade out. Or if you're transitioning from one screen to another and you don't want students to see you transitioning and resetting up, whatever, lots of times I'll chop apart and then fade in and fade out. Those are mostly the ones I use. If you are doing a lot of cursor work, you may want to emphasize the cursor. So if I go click on this part here, right now you can kind of see, if I play it, where's my cursor? Oh, there's my cursor there. But maybe you want to emphasize where you're pointing and clicking. So I can add a cursor highlight. And now you can see now my cursor is yellow and I can make it, let's see, let's add, here's where my cursor edits. So I can make it a bigger cursor, bigger mouse little thing there. I can make my mouse invisible or showing. I can make the size of the yellow part bigger. But I can adjust, and now when I play it, it'll be really easy for students to see where I'm pointing to. But again, hopefully that gives you some ideas. And these are just tools. If you want to edit it, if you want to do some of this stuff, put a title in at the beginning. Again, you don't have to do any of this stuff. You can just record and then come straight up and share. Or you can do some editing, adding some things, and then go and save it and share it. But you would definitely want to share it, export it as MP4, and that gets you your actual video.